But that was a lesson that I had to learn. And instead of people bashing me about it, they should have been there to lend their support, you know. So I mean, I have thick skin. I feel like I've been through the worst of the worst that I could have been through. 2018 in my city, there were a lot of females, a whole lot of females, and I'm gonna find the exact number and I'm gonna put it up here. But there were a lot of females that lost their lives due to domestic abuse and domestic violence. Like, and I thank God that He got me out of that situation. Like, because that could have easily been me. It could have easily been me. And fast forward to now, there's still a lot of women that goes through it. Men too. I can't just sit here and say women, but 85% of women go through this, and it's 15% of men that goes through this. So it's on a larger scale for women. And I can speak to women because I've been through this. So, but I'm very blessed to be where I am today. Very. But we ended up moving out January of 2019, and I moved home to my dad. My dad was like, "Come back home, get yourself together, this, that, and the third." Now I'm 29 now. I just turned 29, but I was 28 at the time. So being 28, I don't want to come back home and all this other stuff, but I really had to sit back and put my pride to the side and say, "You need this. You need this. Like, you've been through enough this year. Just go back home and get yourself together." So I moved back home, and he was living in hotels and here and there, wherever. So I was still sneaking around seeing him even after I moved back home. Not gonna lie. Like I said, still in love with this man, and we're still dealing with this case that he had caught back in December. I'm a fool. I was a fool. I will say that. I know people probably looking at this video like, yeah, you were crazy. I was a fool in love, or what I thought was love. So I was still going to see him and sneaking around and see him and things like that. And so, excuse me, he ended up doing something so bizarre where he this is how manipulative this man is. He had his baby mama contact me and say, "Such and such wants you to, such and such said, can you call him? It's important. It's about his daughter." Because he had his daughter, like I said, his daughter had been with us now or whatever and stuff. So he had his daughter, like, toting her around with him. And so, trying to really put together this day. I was, I kind of had just weaned myself off of him. Like, I had to, you know, like I said, I was still seeing him, but it wasn't like an everyday thing. Like, I knew, you know, I didn't have to be around him or anything like that. Like, he didn't have that hold on me anymore because we wasn't in the same house. Like, I can leave when I wanted to. And so I started seeing somebody else briefly. Somebody else had caught my attention, but we were just talking. We weren't, you know, none of that. We were just cool, kicking it or whatever and stuff. So that kind of helped me, like, get away from him. And so one day he's just blowing my phone up, and I'm ignoring him. So he was sending me messages, and his baby mama was sending me messages, but like I said, it was oh, he said, "Can you call him? It's important," or whatever and stuff. So I'm like, "What's the problem?" She was like, "I don't know." You know, I was like, "Oh well, like, whatever." So he's still calling me, so I finally answered, and he like, "Could you come get my daughter, the police up here, and this I guess it was another man living in a hotel or whatever and stuff. And like, remember I said earlier that he popped pills and stuff, and he was like, I had gave this man a pill and this, that, and the third, and I guess something happened, and he done said it was me and all this other stuff. So at this point, once again, Rachel love the kids, and I've been in this little girl life for a little while now. So I get up, I go like a dummy. So I call him, like, have her come outside. And he was like, come in or whatever. Cause he had called me and asked me, can I take her to his sister's house or whatever. And so I'm like, okay, I'll do that. So I'm outside and he like, come in or whatever. And I'm like, dude, like, for what? Reminds you, he's staying at a hotel. So I'm like, I'll wait down in the lobby, have her come out or whatever. So she comes down and she's got this smirk on her face, like she's laughing. So I'm like, what's going on? Like, where's your dad or whatever, and things like that. And she was like, I'm like, what is that? And she was just like, with her head down. So here he come walking around the corner laughing and smiling. And I'm like, what's he like, man, come up here real quick and woo woo, like, and he grabs me or whatever. And once again, I'm just like, dude, like, let me be. He like, come on. Like, and like, he get on the elevator, go to the room or whatever, and he like, you staying here with me now. Ooh, no, I'm not. Like, you got me effed up. Like, I'm not, or whatever. So I end up leaving. I still ended up taking his daughter. So this is how I got away. That's how I got away. So he wanted me to stay. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'll stay, because I've learned after all of this time how to play his game or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, you know what, let me drop her off to your sister or whatever, and then let me go home and get some clothes because I gotta work tomorrow, and I'll come back or whatever. So he was down for it. I had his daughter, so he had no choice but to be down for it. So I drop her off and I go home and I shut my phone off. No, not gonna happen. So I want to say it was the next day he blew my phone up. Blew my phone up so he couldn't blow it up no more. And that was a Monday. So this was a Tuesday. When he's blowing my phone up, I'm not answering. And I have two phones. Well, I have two numbers on one phone. So he's calling both numbers back to back, back to back, back to back. Inboxing me on Facebook. All types of stuff. I'm just ignoring it. And so I was on my last head, and we had just got done, and she was waiting on her Uber, and I had just called my friend, because at the time I didn't have a car. So, well, I didn't have a car, but I was using my friend's car, but he had dropped me off at work and stuff. So I had called him like like maybe 45 minutes before I was getting done with her hair, because he stayed on the opposite side of town. And I called him and I'm like, you know, I'll be ready, blah, blah, blah. So he was already en route. But when I got done with her, he hadn't made it. And so I'm at the salon by myself. I see somebody knocking on the door or whatever. And you can't see through the windows. It's like this strip. So you can see the bottom half of the person, but you can't see their face or whatever, because it's like this frosted strip going across the windows or whatever. So I literally bend down and I'm looking under the door, and it's him. It's him. So I open the door and I'm like, what? And he like, you ain't seen me calling you all day, this, that, and third. I'm like, no, I haven't. You know, what's up? And he like, I just want to talk about us and get us back together and blah, 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 and this, that, and third. And I'm like, there is no us, you know. So I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom, because instantly I'm thinking in my head, like, it's not gonna be good. He not gonna leave, and I didn't want my friend to pull up and he, you know, it just be a big altercation, especially at the place that I work at. So I go to the bathroom and I call him and I'm like, hey, look, my stepmom ended up, she was over here, she ended up coming to get me, blah, blah, blah. So he's like, okay, cool, just let me know when you make it home or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. So he like, I open up the bathroom door and he has his ear to the door, and I'm like, and he like, who you in here on the phone with? You done called the police? Or and I'm like, what? I'm like, no. I'm like, I was using the bathroom and I forgot what excuse I had used or whatever, and left it at that. Whatever. So her ride ended up coming. I let her out and I'm cleaning up, and he's still just talking and stuff like that. So he like, how you getting home? And I'm like, a Uber or something like that. I forgot. And he's like, I'll take you home. So I knew one way or another he wasn't gonna leave. He wasn't gonna let me get in no Uber. So at this point, okay, whatever. So finish cleaning up. I lock up, shut off the lights, lock up, and we get in the car and we're driving, but we're not going nowhere near my house. He's going the opposite direction, and he's like, you going with me tonight? I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm going home. Like, take me home. And so he was like, he went back to the whole bathroom thing. He was like, who was you in there on the phone with? I'm like, my best friend. I'm like, I was telling her not to come get me or something. Like, it was something. I don't know. And so he ends, it had something to do with my best friend, because I remember he ends up punching me in my face. Now, this is the jaw that, my left side is the jaw that he broke. So I'm a passenger, so he punches me in my jaw again. Or whatever. Instantly start crying. And he like, what the fuck you crying for? You weak? And woo woo, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, I'm weak. I'm like, you're a whole ass man putting your hands on me, but I'm weak, you know. And this, that, and the third, like, you know, like I said, mouth. Got a mouth. But, so, he pretty much was like, he took my phone. He took my phone from me. And he was like, you stuck with me. And that's that. And, I remember we stopped at a liquor store, and then we got back in the car, and he just was just driving around the city or whatever. And the whole time he was just telling me how everything was my fault and how I was the reason why he's done all the things that he's done to me, and because of me his life is the way that it is, and just everything. And I'm just, you know, just let him talk. I didn't say anything because I didn't have anything to say. Like, it wasn't gonna be good. Like, so I'm just letting him talk or whatever. And at one point I ended up talking him into, you know, stopping at my house so I can get some clothes again. And his game, it was like survival. Like, I really had to, a lot of times that I found myself in those situations, I had to play his game. Like, you know, I love you, and I know you didn't mean it, and this, that, and the third, just to get myself out of it. But then again, I find myself right back in it. But, so that's what it was. So, you know, I love you, and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go to work tomorrow. So can we stop at my house and get some clothes? So we did that. But we pulled up, and he was like, I know once you get out this car, it's going to be the last time me seeing you. And do know that I love you, and this, that, and the third, or whatever, and stuff. And I was like, oh, love you too. I said, but I'm coming back out, so don't pull off, or whatever. And so I got out the car, and he gets out the car too. Now he know he can't go in my daddy's house or anything like that. Like, so he gets out the car too, and he like, Ray, and I'm like, what? He like, come here. I'm like, what? And he like, give me a kiss. And I just looked at him, and like, he pecked me on the lips. I didn't give him no kiss back or anything, and I just walked away and went in the house. I locked the doors behind me, and I went in the house, and I texted him. I said, you know what, you're right. This is the last time you're gonna ever see me. And I left it at that. And that wasn't the last time I seen him, but that was the last of it all. Like, that was the last of it. And for a while he was still trying to contact me and things like that, but I had blocked him. I blocked him on all my social media outlets. I blocked his number, everything. Like, I blocked him. I was done. Like, I had enough. So, you know, I came on here to tell my story because, like I said, it's so many women that's going through it. So many. And the pieces of my story that I have told has helped, you know, a few women out. Like I said, I've had a few women come to me and thank me for telling my story. So if this can reach any woman in the world, any girl, anybody, because any and everybody is going through it and we don't know. Domestic abuse, domestic violence does not have a face. We don't know what it looks like. I walked around every day with a smile on my face and no one knew what it looks like. So, you know, do know that you are loved. Do know that that isn't love. And that if you ever need anybody to talk to or reach out to, my DMs, I'm going to link my Instagram and my Facebook because I'm not that type of person. I'm going to link it below and reach out. I'm here to listen. I'm here to give any advice that I can. I'm here to do anything that I can do to help the next woman get out of a situation like that. Because had I had that type of help, I probably would have been out of it way before I did. It took me to get out of it. And it's going to take the next person to get themselves out of it as well. But I feel like if you can see me and see my story, then it'll help. It'll help in some way, somehow. So, you ladies, you guys, whoever's out there watching, you know, be safe. Be safe. If you see a red flag, definitely take it. Take it. That's the best thing that you can do. Take that red flag and run the opposite direction. Don't take the red flag. You leave the red flag with that person and run the opposite direction because it's going to save you from a lot. I was blessed to be here. I am blessed to be here because, like I said, it was so many women in my city in that same year going through the things that I was going through. And I was just blessed to get out of it. So, thank you guys for sitting here listening to my story. Like I said, I'm going to link all my information down below in the description box. If anybody ever want to reach out for anything, I'm here to listen. Whatever, I'm here. My information will be down below. So I'll talk to you guys in the next video. And don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe to this as well. I love you guys. Thank you guys for sitting here watching and hearing my story. If you guys have any questions or anything, I'm always open to talk and discuss anything. Y'all can leave any comments, questions, or anything below. I'm also going to leave all my information to where you guys can contact me if need be. But thank you so much. I love you guys.